Hi Virgo, welcome back to my channel Tarot Z. I am Z and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what are the messages with the cards that come out in today's reading for you. Thank you so much for joining and for being here for the reading. So let's begin. Let's find out what cards come out and what messages come through with the cards that come out in today's reading. So the first card we have is the Page of Wands. We have some fire sign energy with this. You could be dealing with a Aries or a Leo or even a Sagittarius. And we have the Ten of Cups. And we have the Star. With the Star card, we do have some Aquarius energy as well. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. But at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Page of Swords. So this Page of Swords showing up over here, this does feel like a lot of mental energy. It does feel like someone being very much in their head as far as having, and also having kind of a hard time to stop thinking about this connection, or to stop thinking about you. Do you feel like with this Page of Wands showing up over here, it feels like there's a lot of curiosity, a lot of interest, and even wanting to be able to find out what someone is doing, but it's like watching from a distance and not kind of expressing that outrightly. But with this Page of Wands showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of an exciting connection. I do feel like as far as this person feels about you, there's a lot of excitement, and I do feel like also a lot of optimism about the future of things. Feels like this person hitting the ground running as far as the start of this connection, or the start of this connection. I do feel like with this Page of Wands though, this feels like an energy of feeling a lot and also being very, it could be very passionate energy from this person. So I do feel like with this Page of Wands showing up over here, it's like this person feels a lot. There's a lot of emotion. There's a lot of passion when it comes to the way they feel in this connection. I do feel like with this Page of Wands showing up over here, there is something exciting about this connection. And I do feel like there's also this visceral feeling of being able to really enjoy in your company when it comes to how this person feels about you. But the Ten of Cups showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of also being connected on an emotional level within this connection. I do feel like with this Ten of Cups showing up over here, it does feel like an energy of a connection with a lot of emotional resonance, emotional harmony. I do feel like with this Ten of Cups showing up over here, it does also feel like a connection that is one for the long haul. It does feel like one that is going to go the distance. And it does also feel like being able to have a connection where there is a sense of being able to feel calm in this person's presence. There's a sense of coming home. And I do feel like this Ten of Cups showing up over here does also feel like you're having a lot in common with this person and being able to connect on a lot of things you have in common with them. With this Ten of Cups showing up over here, it does also feel like being after that happily ever after relationship in this connection and being able to feel that sense from this connection. But the Star card showing up over here, this does feel like a very hopeful energy. It also feels like a future-oriented energy and thinking about the future. But thinking about the future with a lot of optimism and hope for things happening in a certain way. I do feel like with the Star card showing up over here, it does feel also very spiritual. And it does also feel like a connection that is very deep and rooted in also a lot of spirituality. I do also get that with the Star card showing up over here. When it comes to the person you are dealing with, I do feel like they really long for you when there's a distance. So there's a sense of being away from each other. With the Page of Swords showing up over here, I do feel like that curiosity could also be triggered by what may be a distance, a physical distance, or a feeling of distance in this connection. But I do feel like you are someone who stays on their mind. I do feel like they carry those feelings with them a lot. So I'm going to clarify these cards. So you have the Nine of Cups. And we have the King of Cups. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Death card. With the Death card, we have some Scorpio energy, so you could be dealing with a Scorpio. But with this Death card showing up over here, this does feel like a pretty intense energy. I do feel like someone feeling things on an intense level within this connection. There's a lot more depth and perhaps even a lot more to the way this person feels about you than you realize. With this Death card showing up over here, this energy feels a bit like something that this person feels very deeply, but it's like they don't necessarily express it. It could even be something that's kind of a mystery to you about this person. But I do feel like there is a lot of deep emotions involved for this person within this connection with you. I do feel like with the Death card showing up over here, at times this person may even be a bit afraid of those emotions, but they definitely do go deeper than you may even realize. But with this Nine of Cups showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of this connection being one that really also gives this person a sense of satisfaction on an emotional level, to the point that they feel satisfied in this connection with you. I do feel like that's something they mean very deeply when it comes to that satisfaction. It does feel like on an emotional level, this connection is what this person's been seeking and this person really appreciates. With the Nine of Cups showing up over here, it even feels like this person viewing you as a wish fulfillment. And with this King of Cups showing up over here, this does feel like a lot of loving energy. I do feel like there is a lot of care, a lot of sincere, genuine affection, care, love in this connection when it comes to the way you feel about this person, but also feel like when it comes to the way this person feels about you, they're excited about you. And I do feel like you have a way of being able to stir this person's emotions. But with this Knight of Pentacles showing up over here, this does feel like a cautious energy. It feels like things kind of moving slowly and things not being rushed. I do feel like with this Knight of Pentacles showing up over here, it feels like a slow progression, but it does feel like a progression that someone is committed to. So it does feel like there is a commitment to this connection, and it does feel like there's no rush in the unfolding of things, but it does feel like it's moving at a slow pace, but it's that slow and steady kind of energy that's kind of getting that's building a foundation that is one that you can trust, that is solid. And with this Knight of Pentacles showing up over here, I also feel like this person has a lot of care for you, as far as also wanting to be able to ensure that they are having your best interest at heart when it comes to the way in which they approach you, the way in which they approach things in this connection. But it does feel very considerate, even though it also feels very cautious. So I'm going to clarify these cards. We have keep an open mind. We have the honeymoon card. And we have chemistry. So this keep an open mind card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being able to have a connection that's very enjoyable. I also feel like there's something very unique about this person, or very unique about this connection, as far as being able to experience something different and on an emotional level, or even as far as just the experiences within this connection with this person. This person may be different from your usual type or what you expect, but I do feel like there's something heightened that they bring into your life. It does feel like also being able to learn something new, this fresh energy from this person. With this keep an open mind card showing up over here, it even feels like there could be a soulmate-like connection found in what feels like a hidden gem, kind of an energy with this person. But with this honeymoon card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being able to have exciting moments in this connection. I do feel like there could be something exciting on the horizon, the short-term horizon. I do feel like with this honeymoon card showing up over here, this could even be the planning of a trip, or even an excursion, or even some kind of a gesture that's kind of bringing about a sense of happiness, and it feels like an enjoyable kind of happiness in this connection. With the chemistry card showing up over here, I do feel like there is a lot of chemistry here, but it feels like the feeling is very mutual. As far as you having a lot of attraction and being drawn to this person reciprocating that feeling. I do feel like there is something about this connection that feels very deep, with this Death card showing up over here. It also feels like there's a sense of an unspoken understanding, with this Page of Swords showing up over here as well. I do feel like there is a lot of there's a lot of genuineness in what's really backing this connection as well, especially with this King of Cups showing up over here. Do you feel like the emotions are very real and very deep as well? And with this star card showing up over here, his energy also feels very spiritual. So those are the messages I'm getting with these cards for you, Virgo. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, Virgo.